Good morning. Sergeant First Class Reginald Knight retired reporting. And congratulations, you made it to Friday. One thing that's very difficult to predict is how others will respond to certain stimuli. If you're an individual that is honest and upfront and you give people blunt assessments, you would expect the same in kind, right? More often than not, it does not go down that way. But in the case of these top generals that listened to that horror show at Quantico on Tuesday, the outcome is very predictable. General Thomas Becerra, General David Albin, Doug Beck have submitted their resignations effective immediately. And although there are various reasons submitted, the primary reason is clear. They do not agree with PHEXF and Donald Trump's ideology on how they are to wage war on the U.S. public. And they found that it's a good time for them to make their exit instead of trying to work within this really twisted and broken chain of command. I would expect that more resignations are going to be submitted in this month of October, particularly since the government is shut down right now. And by the way, off topic but related, I've never seen a commander so gleeful about his troops not being paid and the nation as a whole in a quandary. Donald Trump came on TV yesterday and said that he knew everything about Project 2025, and this shutdown gives him plenty of license to completely decimate Democrat sponsored programs, putting the nation at further risk of going into the abyss of history. Because this shutdown, who knows how long it's going to be. But he is eliminating jobs, not just laying people off. He's firing people en masse, and he's able to do that because of this shutdown. But getting back to the Pentagon Department of War debacle, we can expect more departures because I do not think for 1 minute that any of those people sitting in those seats are on board with waging war against their own people. It's counterintuitive. Why have an army to protect the nation if the army in itself attacks the nation? But of course, that takes more than one-dimensional thinking, which Donald Trump does not have. And Pete Hegseth, being a drunk and has been allegedly a sexual abuser as well, are delighted at these changes because it makes them not only feel better about themselves, but it's less paperwork. So expect more of these resignations to come forth. And by the way, I have to make a retraction. I gave you information about the Caine Mutiny. It is no longer available on Turner Classic Movies. I believe you can find it on Netflix or you can have it streamed. I hope you have a great weekend. Get your mind away from some of this stuff if you can. Go out and see a football game. Have some cotton candy at a fair. Do something fun for a change. Because we're going to be here dealing with this for some time to come. Sergeant First Class Reginald Knight, retired, reporting. Have a good day.